After a successful week on the road, United will look to stretch their unbeaten run to 16 games against relegation-threatened Bournemouth on their Old Trafford return on Saturday. The Cherries are now without a win in 7 Premier League matches and find themselves in the relegation zone, having struggled since Project Restart. Defeats at the hands of Crystal Palace and Wolves, followed by a 4-1 thrashing at home to Newcastle earlier this week, have left Bournemouth scrapping for their top-flight survival. The two sides have met 9 times in the Premier League era, and it won't be a surprise that United come out on top. The Reds have won 6 of their ties, lost twice, and there's been 1 draw. Back in 2016, goals from Wayne Rooney, Marcus Rashford and Ashley Young sent United supporters home happy in their final Old Trafford fixture of that season.
Rooney, a lovely ball to Young, flags down, Young! United finishing with a flourish here. Ashley Young, Rooney, a virtuoso midfield display all night, scored 1, set up a couple, 3-0.
Bournemouth boss Eddie Howe is the current longest serving Premier League manager, having been with the South Coast club just over 7.5 years. After a 10-year playing career with Bournemouth and later Portsmouth, he was appointed as Cherries manager in 2009 and guided the then League Two club to safety despite a 17-point deficit. After a brief spell at Burnley, Howe returned to Bournemouth and took them from League One to the Premier League for the first time in their history. At just 42 years of age, he's one of the youngest managers in the league, and his plucky side have gone on to become top-flight regulars. However, this season, Howe finds his team in a relegation dogfight.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are certainly welcome to their opinion, and a lot of outsiders, probably a huge percentage of people, will say we're done, we're finished. But historically at this club, that's always been the way in many different aspects. We've been written off, and we've managed to overcome that mindset, and against the odds we've come through and achieved great things. And we're going to have to call on all of those resources now. 1 point in 21, I think we said, 1 point in 7 games is nowhere near what we need. But the beautiful thing about that is the past. And although the 6 games we have are very difficult on paper, sometimes that can bring out the best in us. So I'm still very much with the team. I'm still very much on the positive mindset that we can do it. But certainly we're going to have to elevate everything to a new level from what we've seen in the last few games.
Dutch-born defender Nathan Ake has caught the eye with his performances since arriving at Bournemouth from Chelsea in 2017. Not only can Ake defend, but he's also a threat in the opposition box, scoring 11 times in a Cherries shirt. Despite Bournemouth's poor recent form, Ake is still a shining light in the heart of their defence, with a 68% tackle success rate and 133 clearances made so far this season. Warrington-born midfielder David Brooks began his career at Sheffield United before Bournemouth signed him in 2018 for a fee of £11.5 million. After a bright start to his Cherries career last season, where he made 30 appearances and scored 7 goals, a bad ankle injury in a pre-season match left him on the sidelines for 8 months. Despite being past fit in March, his 3 appearances this season have all come since the restart. The 22-year-old represents Wales at international level, where he's a regular in the midfield alongside United's Daniel James. Our key man this week is a player who will be familiar to United fans, Josh King. The Norwegian forward joined the Reds in January 2008 as a 16-year-old and impressed in the youth ranks. He made just 2 senior appearances for United, but after numerous loan spells and 2 seasons at Blackburn Rovers, King joined the Cherries in 2015. He's since gone on to make 165 appearances for the South Coast side, scoring 48 goals, and he netted the winner the last time the two sides met at the Vitality Stadium. He'll carry the goal-scoring burden once again as well, with top scorer Callum Wilson suspended for the match against United. The last time the two sides met at Old Trafford was back in December 2018. United won 4-1 thanks to goals from Marcus Rashford, Romelu Lukaku and this brace from Paul Pogba.
Pace of Rashford, Ake goes with him. 2 bright young players. Now Rashford That's just too good. Brilliant from Rashford. Oh, fantastic. Pogba scores, but it's all about Rashford. He is unstoppable right now, unplayable. And United have got the early goal that Bournemouth dreaded. After 4 minutes, United 1, Bournemouth 0. Herrera whips it in. Pogba's there! What a spell of form he's having. Pogba with a towering header. Great cross from Herrera. And the big man's got another. United 2 up.